En el vídeo de hoy, veremos cómo Sean O'Malley, Alex Pereira, y otras grandes estrellas de la UFC, reaccionan y dan su predicción sobre el combate entre Strickland y Dricus DU PLESSIS. Pero antes de empezar, suscríbete y ayúdame a llegar a los 1500 suscriptores. Deja tu like y activa la campanita para no perderte nada de lo último. Muchas gracias y comencemos.
Look at him, look at his size, and now look at Dricus DU PLESSIS.
That dude's huge.
He's huge.
Him and Sean Strickland is gonna be fun.
That's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be
That's
fun.
Gonna be fun.
That's gonna be a fun fight.
Because Dricus is.
I didn't think he was good.
Oh my God.
I was always hard on Dricus, and then now I'm looking at him like, well, he beat Robert Whittaker,
He beat him
who is
down.
the man, and he beat him down.
He's big, man.
He's huge.
He's so big for that weight class. But Sean Strickland impressed me so much in that Adesanya fight. I was like, my God.
And you predicted Sean Strickland winning the title. You were quite vocal about how you thought he would do against Israel Adesanya. I'm just curious. Sean Strickland is going to be defending his title for the first time against Dricus DU PLESSIS. How do you think that fight goes down?
Você foi um dos que falou que o Sean Strickland ganharia do Adesanya, falou que era um estilo bom, que era uma luta que poderia ser a favor dele. O que você acha agora dessa luta dele com o Dricus DU PLESSIS?
Bom, ainda não parei assim para analisar, né? Mas eu acho que dificilmente o DU PLESSIS ganhar do Sean Strickland. Eu acho que o Sean Strickland é bem favorito.
I didn't stop to really analyze the fight, to really look into it, but I really believe that it's going to be really hard for Dricus DU PLESSIS to defeat Sean Strickland.
Sean Strickland's a favourite. There's not much in it. Slight favourite. He's a champion. Obviously coming off a big win. So I can see why people do that. But stylistically, how do I think this fight's going to go? Man, I'm pretty 50-50 on it, to be honest. Sean Strickland's a very calculated sort of fighter. You see him, even though everyone thinks he's very aggressive and all that, he doesn't really fight like that. He's very defensive. His guard's always up. He's got that Philly shell. He won't go crazy with shots. He only will really let his hands go when the openings are there. He might slip out a lot of punches. He might throw some volume, but it's usually safe. DU PLESSIS is going to come forward. He's going to be aggressive. He can grab him. He's very strong. I think DU PLESSIS is just freakishly strong. So that could be a factor. But that's when I want to talk about takedown defense. I think Sean Strickland's takedown defense is underrated. I don't think you get to see too much, probably because of his takedown defense. People try a little bit, it's not there. He doesn't really give him the opportunity to shoot and get him down. Can he get taken down? 100% he can. Because obviously Rob Whittaker's takedown defense is very good. And DU PLESSIS was able to take him down. So it just shows you how strong he is. I think DU PLESSIS is strong. I think Sean will probably end up finding his way back to his feet. And it's going to be a stand-up battle. And I still think it's pretty 50-50 on the feet. If I could guarantee DU PLESSIS's gas tank's going to hold up, I'm more leaning towards Dricus. I think Dricus maybe does have more ways of winning.
I'm interested in that fight. I think I would have to say Sean pieces him up 5 rounds, wins by decision. Dricus is a tough dude. Don't see him going anywhere. But I also thought Izzy was going to outpoint him, right? And Dricus is awkward. He's unorthodox and he's tough as nails. He's going to come into this fight ready for the dogfight that Dricus likes to make it. But in saying that, Dricus is actually really good at keeping that space, that distance, keeping on the end of his jabs and just keeping that high pressure volume going. So I'm curious. Top of my head, I'd have to say Sean would be the favorite going into this fight. He'd be the safer pick. But, Dricus has surprised people before. He surprised me.
Sean Strickland versus DDP.
Wow, that came quick.
Fight. Yeah.
I feel like from when they threw down, what was that? Not even a month ago?
Whatever. Yeah, UFC that was. I think, dude, I don't know. I rewatched DDP versus Robert Whittaker. I'm like, because I actually didn't rewatch. I watched it for the first time the other day. I was like, fuck, I think Sean Strickland. If Sean Strickland shows up like he did against Izzy, I think he beats DDP. But 5-5s against Sean Strickland's a nightmare. DDP, yeah, I don't know. I just have a feeling Sean Strickland gets the job done, but DDP's very dangerous. Sean Strickland also got knocked out in about 13 seconds by Alex Pereira, remember?
Yeah, that was an awkward fight.
Boom, left hook. And so, I don't know. I think Sean Strickland might get the job done. What do you think?
I don't even know. After watching DDP do that to Robert Whittaker and thinking of how good Robert Whittaker's been in his career, it's kind of tough to go against him. So for that, I'm gonna take DDP. I think he's gonna get the job done.
Sean Strickland versus Dricus DU PLESSIS. DU PLESSIS is great on his feet. For sure, but he's not Adesanya. But Du Plessis will take a fight to the ground, but Sean Strickland is a pain in the ass to take down. And he's even harder to keep there. And one of the reasons you haven't seen Sean in that position, both with his fight against the Russian, his fight with Cannonier, his fight with Izzy, is because those guys, one thing in common, they couldn't get him down.
Dricus is a very unorthodox fighter, and while it might not look like he's the cleanest or sharpest technician as far as his striking on the feet go, he hasn't been beaten in the UFC yet, and he's fighting some tough opposition. And I personally think that while it might be a weird, unorthodox fight for both fighters, you could see some very interesting things take place if Dricus and Sean Strickland get locked in the cage together. I don't really think there's many people on the roster that fight similar to Dricus, and the same thing can be said for Sean Strickland.
Después de escuchar todas estas predicciones, os toca a vosotros dar la vuestra. ¿Quién creéis que es el favorito para ganar este combate y cómo creéis que acabará? Os leo en comentarios.